really struggle with building a structure, building something that will last for a long period of time. And I will be giving perspective as to how we can brand to achieve that goal of growth. So it is branding is not just from the point of just looking good, managing the look and feel to just look great. There is an end goal to why we brand, and it is to help us to achieve a level of perception that transcends to profitability, that transcends to increase in sales and profitability. Um, so the success of a creative business first lies with the choices and good patterns of the one spearheading the business. Let me share my slide. Apologies, I should have done that earlier. A moment, please. Okay. This, can you enable me share my screen?
Okay then. Bolu, you should be able to share your screen now.
Still telling me post disabled participants sharing.
Sorry?
It's saying host disabled participants screen sharing. And if you can share the screen at your hand, I don't mind.
Okay.
Okay,
You should be able to share your screen now.
I'm able to do that now.
But are you still having issues?
I think my system is saying I should. A moment. This we appreciate if you can help me share. I think it should help me.
Okay. Okay. You would need to open the this then the host. I made you the host so that you could share your screen.
System preferences.
Hello, Bolu, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, I'm doing that right away. Apologies for this glitch. I think I'll just go and write slides.
What seems to be the problem?
I'm trying to locate a place where I can grant Zoom the access to display. I'm finding that hard. Maybe I'll just do without the slide. I think I can find my way around that.
Okay, give me a second. I'm working on it.
Okay, I'm able to share it. Okay.
Okay. Um, while it's opening, it's taking a while to open. Okay.
You're muted.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so I'm still at my introduction. Can I go ahead?
Yes, you can. You can go ahead.
The host, can I go ahead?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I was talking on, okay, thanks. Thank you. So you can go to the first slide. I'm still on the first, still on my introduction. Hello, can I go ahead?
Yes, you can.
I can tell you.
Hello. You can go ahead. Hello.
Okay, so I was talking about the fact that I believe I'm speaking to creatives, and I made mention of many creative businesses as startup, a large chunk of creative businesses as startup, and this means we cannot separate individuals spearheading these businesses from the business in the first 2 years. So the visioneer cannot be discharged from the business for the first 2 years because the business maintains, I mean, the personality of the person for the first 2 years before building structures and other things that can separate the business to stand on its own. So as a creative, as someone who is the visionary of a creative business, you must see yourself as the business for the first 2 years. And this is coming from a practical standpoint, not just I mean, an information-based approach. So it is coming from a practical standpoint because I've been there. I've built Edge Plus Creative. I mean, these are second year, and I've seen that my network, the people within my circle, my ability to communicate, my level of expertise came to play while building Edge Plus Creative. So the business cannot be separated from how hungry, how passionate the visionaire is for the first 2 years. And I think when a creative business is 2 years old, it can go, it can maintain a level of individuality distance from the visionaire. So the success of a creative business first lies with the choices and growth pattern of the one spearheading the business. So your growth influences as a person, it influences the growth pattern of the business. So I know people would try to say the business has its own personality. However, the first foundational stage, the business is your baby. So I call Edge Plus Creative my baby. So the business is your baby. You need to nurture it to have its own identity, just like when a woman gives birth to a baby, that baby uh, has a level of dependence on the mother. That is where it sources for its milk and everything the baby will need to grow and mature. So there is a cord, there is a connection between the person spearheading the business and the business. You cannot separate yourself like the business is the business. Everything the business we need, we sort out itself. So as an individual, I've seen this in practical form. So, and I'm giving this introduction to help us understand that as someone spearheading the business, you must take your own growth as core, as important, your relationships as important, your knowledge as important, your worldview as important, because it has a long way to go building a creative business. So then I move to branding because we have this topic says branding for creative businesses, and I will try as much as possible to break it into bits. Then we come together to bring it into a full form. So branding, there are diverse definitions for branding, but I will be putting it in my own words. So branding is every thoughtfulness and effort you put into your ideas and thoughts, personal lives, careers, businesses, organizations, and institutions to separate it from the crowd. So the concept of branding is separation and identity. That is, I'm saying I am Bolu and there's no other Bolu. That is, I am saying I am H plus and there's no other H plus. When a brand has a duplicate, then branding is no more. When a brand can be seen and somewhere else, then that is not branding. It is just a repetition of some such. So there is a uniqueness that comes with branding. There is an identity that comes with branding, and it's right on the thoughtfulness It rides on the efforts, the ideas we put to play in order to ensure that we are different. So, and branding is not just the look and feel. It is not just your logo. It is not just your colors. It is a total experience. Branding is a total experience. The way you communicate, the way you look, the look and feel is part of it, but it is a bit of it. The identity is part of it, but it's a bit of it. The psychological approach at which you deal with your customers, you deal with your staff, with you get things done is still part of branding. So, and I'm going to be driving it home as we move along. So branding is identity and ownership of an experience. Branding is identity and ownership of an experience. That is, you've owned a style of doing something. That is branding. That is, when they see another person doing that exact thing, they are not even seeing that person, they are seeing you. That is branding. That is an experience that you've taken a total ownership of. That is branding. And branding is not just copying verbatim. You can learn from other brands, but your uniqueness should still speak while you adopt things from other brands. You see, I believe the foundational point of learning is copy and paste, and I will explain. While you were growing, you were in the nursery class. You learned A, B, C, D, and you learned 1, 2, 3, and it was a form of A, then you repeat A, B, you repeat B, till it comes to a level of till it gets to a level at which you can say it without anybody saying it and you repeating it. Then it gets to a stage whereby the alphabet, you can use the alphabet to form words, to first maybe 2-letter words, 3-letter words. Then it gets to a stage you are making sentences with words. It gets to a stage you are making paragraphs. It gets to a stage you are writing essays. And so I believe the foundational point of learning is still has a little bit of identifying with someone. That is, you are able to copy some of what other people are doing, but that is the foundational state. But it has to get to a level whereby your independence, your creative flow must come to play. So the origin of branding is from agriculture. That's where branding started from. And branding started off as a means in agriculture, whereby farmers put marks on their cattle in order to separate their cattle from that of other farmers. That is where branding started from. So, and also artists, when they make their art, they have a form of signature on their art, so that wherever it gets to, people know that this person has done something, and people can identify them with their work. So that is where branding starts from. So branding is what reflects the persona of an idea or an organization. So a brand is a person. I started off by saying that when you the first 2 years of your creative business, you can't separate it from your person. However, the brand itself is a person. Over time, it has to maintain its own identity separate from you. That is, you are the one leading a movement, but it has to, the building has to get to a stage whereby you are an individual, the business itself is an individual. That is, you are separated from the brand. So let me just, please help me move to the next stage. So I will be going on to personal branding. And before I move to that, I was saying branding is what reflects the persona of an idea or an organization. And a brand is a person. And what I mean by that is an entity with its exclusive identity. That is, you cannot find a replica of me, irrespective of how someone looks like me. We have different ways of expression. We have different backgrounds, views, and thoughts. So nobody can look exactly like me. We can have a point of resemblance, but no exact replica. So branding is what makes an Omotola different from a Chioma. You get, that is, an Omotola might have a different total worldview. They can be in the same space, but they are different identities. So branding is a unique voice, a unique face, a unique expression, and a unique attitude. So that is what branding is. So I'm moving to types of branding right now. And number one is personal branding. Personal branding. So when we talk about personal branding, it is beyond an inborn trait. It is an intentional action. And I want you to understand that there is a conscious level to branding and there is an unconscious level, a level to it. So when I mean conscious, that is, you are pushing the narrative you want people to believe about you. And when it is unconscious, irrespective of however you do it, people will have their view of you and they will believe whatever they want to believe about you. But there's a way you can push your branding in such a way that you are the one creating the conversation people should have on you. You are the one spearheading it. So it is an intentional act if you choose to make it an intentional act. So it is an intentional act towards pushing a public narrative that fits into how you want people to perceive you in a certain way. So, and that has an impact on your professional and social reputations. So it has an impact on your professional and social reputations. So I would like to move to the next slide. I will stay on the slide. I think the slide is out, but I will just move on irrespective. So, and the next one is product branding. So product branding, just like personal brand, it is the curating of public experiences and look and feel, fonts, color, pictures, etc. for a particular product. So with product branding, the goal is to connect the right audience, the right target to a product, the right audience, the right target to a product. So the words are intentional, are same as the look to drive a particular sect of people, to drive a particular sect of people. Are you with me? I think I just need to know that we are flowing. Hello?
Yeah, we are following.
Yes, I'm getting a yes, I'm getting a yes. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. So the goal of product branding is to ensure that the right audience is connected to a particular product. So if a product is targeted to young people, and I'm giving a general view of what branding is so that when we now come to the creative point of view, we know how it affects us and how we can get ourselves to a point of meaning and connection with the right kind of people we want to attract to our brands. So the words are intentional, same as the look, to drive a particular set of people. So the way you can know the ideal customer for your product is to come up with a customer avatar. And I will be talking about a customer avatar under the product branding. So what's a customer avatar? Let me quickly move to that because I'm still talking about other things. So, okay, let me go back to that later. I'll talk about customer avatar at a later time. So the next one is service branding. So unlike product branding, service branding might not come easy because it has to do with more of an experience than a physical product. So let's take a hotel service for an instance. The way your reception welcomes the guests, the discounts, the ease of booking online, the customer service that involves customer not talking to an automated customer. That is, you have a real time. People enjoy it when they connect with people. That is, you've created a system whereby people feel very important. So that is branding. So I've mentioned the discount, the ease of booking online, the way the customer service is when people call in, the excellent lodging, the laundry, the food. I mean, a whole lot. So that contributes to how you are perceived, and perception is the real game in branding. It is not just about the real thing. When people feel important, they can go to any length to be a part of the brand. I mean, to identify with the brand. And I'm not trying to detach the real service. I mean, the real work. I'm just trying to say perception will the real work helps you to maintain a position in the heart of people that they always want to identify with you always. So perception leads at first, and it can take any position, but most times perception goes before you even have an opportunity to tell people about your service, to tell people about your product, and that has a big deal in branding. So another one I would like to talk about is retail branding. So retail brand is a must for any business operating in a physical location, and I will explain that. So when you walk into a brick and mortar store to make purchases, that is, you are not making a purchase online. When you walk into a store to make a purchase, the experience is intentional. The smell must be intentional. I mean, I mean, the odor. I think odor is more of negative than positive. Is the smell is intentional, the decor, the light, music, the display of goods and services are intentional, experience to every shopper. So everything is not just given to chance, everything is made to fit into the kind of people, sorry for that, working into the organization. So let's say Trader Joe is an example of a store doing retail branding. So the average Trader Joe is smaller than other supermarkets. So creating a more insulated, intimate feel for the people coming in. So if you know that you have some disadvantages in some areas, you can match up with your reception. That is, when people come in, they have an experience that is different from, I mean, that is supreme, that is premium to the experience they have when they even go to bigger store. So, and I think this will help us even as creative businesses. So cultural and geographical branding. So that is the next one. Cultural and geographical branding is mostly associated with tourism, and we see that with Dubai. Don't let me dwell too much on this because of the real conversation. So when we see Dubai, we see how they've branded their country to receive people. That is, everyone is longing to go there for that experience, not just because they want to get other things done, but because Dubai has been built in such a way that it makes tourism fascinating. That is, visitation fascinating. They have hotels already for people to lodge in. They have different places at which people can look forward to and have an experience of. So that is geographical branding. So, and geographical branding has an influence in product as well. You get something like, so the perception, it explains how people connect with that product. So I move to corporate branding now. Corporate branding, how and professionally, and that is how I think I've said at the dots. So corporate branding is how we talk, is how we dress, is how consistency, with every experience we do as a company, that is corporate branding. That is when people don't even see the logo. When people see a style of communication, they are connecting it to something. When people see the way of dressing, they are connecting it to something. When you see a Tony Elumelu, even when you don't see a Tony Elumelu, when you see someone dressed like a Tony Elumelu, there's a connection with Tony Elumelu at that instance. So that is corporate. That is, we built a system that we own. We built a system that we've captured. We've built a system that is exclusive to us. So that is corporate branding. Now I move to creativity. So the whole topic is creative branding for creative businesses, and I'm touching the bits of what makes up the bits of what make up the topic. So creative is an idea in action. Creativity is an idea in action that solves a problem. So when I mean creativity, I'm not just stopping at the point of idea. I'm not just stopping at the point of thinking and thought. I'm moving on to saying creativity as a problem in view to solve. Creativity as a solution, it's birth. So it is how we work. Creativity is how we journey from the point of thought to the point of action and to the point of birthing a solution to meet a need. So that is creativity. So creativity doesn't stop at the point of thought. It starts there and it moves on to expression. So creativity is an expression. It goes through a channel towards meeting a need. So any creative form that doesn't meet a need is not creativity. It can just be said as hobby. It can just be said as, we can just find a word for it. But creativity as a problem it solves. So creativity not expressed is an idea not tested. Yes, creativity not expressed is an idea not tested. Apologies for that. So it has a way of twisting my tongue. So creativity not expressed is an idea not tested, and it is just an idea. It is not a form of creativity. Creativity is action oriented, and it has a problem in view to solve. So, and anything not tested is a risk. So because it is not proven that it can solve a problem, so we've seen people with fantastic ideas on how things will work, and when that ideas come to full execution, it is not connecting to the aim at which the idea came surface in the first instance. So, and a popular definition says creativity is intelligence having fun. So the fun is practice. It is not fun always, because I've seen it in practical reality. Creativity, there's a stage at which you feel the fun part of it, but there's a stage at which it demands work. There's a stage at which it demands work. So the fun is not the fun all the time. It might be fun from the place of fulfillment. That is, when you have a goal in the end of the whole action, then it comes off as fun to you, because really you are not seeing the work, you are just seeing the goal. Okay, so who is a creative? So a creative is an individual with a talent, skill set, professionalism, or an art of bringing thoughts and ideas to reality. So even a creative might not be the one originating the thought. As a creative right now, sometimes my clients think of a solution and they bring it to me. Bolu, I'm thinking of getting this, that, and that done. It comes off as a brief. That is, they have an idea, but they are looking forward to execution. And they come to me rather, and they say to me, we have this, that, and that. How can you help us bring in, take it from point A to point B? So that is what a creative is. A creative is the one that bridges a system of idea to a point of solution. So it's a person whose jobs relate to or involving the use of imagination or original ideas to create something. So as a creative, I make use of tools. Let me just use the graphic designer as an example. we have different design applications that we use, but we are the ones maintaining the system to fit the need. We are the one using the system to fit a need. So that is who a creative is. A creative is a creator. A creative is a creator who makes a specific thing to happen. A creative is a creator who makes a specific thing to happen. So what is a business? And most times we as creatives, we don't understand what a business is. And yes, I've been in that point of view. I mean, I've been in that position rather, whereby we are just absorbed. Okay, we are just absorbed in getting things done without seeing the business point to what we are doing. We just want to. I think we can move to. Hello, the host. Are you back? I think we can take the slide to what I'm talking about. What a business is. Okay, if it's not still here, I'll just move ahead. So a business is a commercial activities. So as creatives, most times people come to us and tell us, I have a project, let me help you get, I would like you to help me get it done. I will give you visibility. I will ensure that your name is out there. I'm going to attribute you to the work and all of that. So many things come to us as creatives, and we don't see the business side of it. Sometimes as creatives, we go for popularity more than going for the money. We just want to be known, and being known does not solve your financial I would call it financial obligations, because as a business, you need money to run it. A business runs on, I mean, the blood of a business is money. Once money is out of a business, the business is just a glorified NGO. So we as creatives, it's fine to volunteer, it's fine to do a lot of things, but we must know where to draw the line. We must know where to call it short. That is, I'm here for business, I am good with the popularity, and over time, all of these things we are still going to add it. But most times, because we are upcoming, we see ourselves as upcoming. And let me tell you, creatives, you can't know everything. If you are waiting for, if you are telling yourself that I need more, the creative is embedded in my product. It is in how I can express myself to reality. So as creatives, we detach ourselves from the business point of view. Most times we want to satisfy friends, we want to satisfy our families, and it doesn't work that way. So we must know where to draw the line. So I was talking about what a business is. So a business is a commercial activity. So even if I'm doing you a favor, I will let you know this thing costs 10,000 naira, it costs 50,000 naira, but I might do it for you for free for this first instance, and I will even tell you I'm taking the whatever, but next time you come, I am going to charge you. And even I've got it to a level whereby everything is strictly business, because you can't grow without finance. You can't grow. And as creatives, we need to understand to get the gadgets that suits your need. You need money to fund it. To get a lot of things done as a business, you need to get that in shape. So a business is a business because it is commercial sensitive. And I will just say some things. If you these things, if you don't have them, you are not a business. So if you don't have your business registered, you are not a business. You can be a one man right now, but have a vision, that that transcend your present state. Before everything came to full form as a business for me, even while I was still getting a lot of things done as an individual, I registered my business. I opened a corporate account. It gave me, I mean, even beyond me, the people I was dealing with, they saw a level of intentionality and institution to what I'm building as an individual. They can be seeing me as Bolu, but they are seeing a structure separated from me. You get so, and as creative business, I mean, people leading creative businesses, because I believe I'm talking to people, and people influence systems. So as people leading creative businesses, we must ensure that we have all of this thing in form. That is, you have your business registered, you have an official bank account. I mean, you have a structure. You have a structure that is, you might be running as a one-man business as of now, but when people come to you, they have an idea of how the flow happens. That is, let me even talk about the system right now, structure in terms of system, and not people. That is hierarchy and the whole form. But as a one-man business, I bought yogurt from a lady yesterday. She sells from my church, and when I made the order, she brought the yogurt, and the next thing she sent to me was an invoice. That is, she's telling me to pay, and when I made the payment, she forwarded me the receipt. What a fantastic process! So that made a lot of sense. You get, she's running as an individual, yet she's making me understand that this is a business. I'm not a trader. I'm not one of the persons by the roadside and all of that. So as creative businesses, we must have structures. When someone is telling you, I want to make a brand identity, I want you to come and take a photo shoot of my this, that, and that, then you have a list of your packages, you forward it to them. Even when you want to compromise, there is a system that you are in place. So compromises make sense when there's a structure in place already, when there is a system in place already. But when you don't have it, but as time goes by, you will realize that you are doing a lot, and you are making a little. You get, so have a product. And as a lot of creatives, we are service oriented. That is, we don't have a product a physical product, but our services can be in product form. That is, you have a list of packages for your services. That is, this, that, when I do this, that, and that, you give me you pay this, that, and that. Please, I'd like to pick a call from a client.
Okay, let's while he's sorting that out, like I said at the beginning of the session, if you have any questions.
So now, what is creative business? So a creative business, in short, is the business of creativity. That is the business of your art, the business of photography. If you are into photography, the business of brand management, the business of whatever you are doing, that is the business I'm trying to talk about. So it's the art of making money off your creative practice. So a lot of people, you see, when I was talking about branding from the start, I was trying to tell you that branding is not just branding for the sake of branding. It is branding to have a reputation, that can ensure you make, you are seen in a particular way, to make a certain amount of money, in a sense, that is that into economic value. So that is branding. That is okay. I'm back. So you are not just branding of with this an expectation with the money you are spending on branding and everything you are doing. So I'm moving to uniquenesses of a creative business. So a creative business is skill based. The creative business eradicates the industrial age, that is where effort is put into a lot of things to get them done. So odd hours of working, that is, I mean, there's no creative that doesn't work at odd hours. That is, you are going to get, so that's a constant uniqueness of a creative business. A creative business is an act which accommodates self-expressions, initiatives, independence of thought, and adventure. So a creative business involves art. That is, it is not science, not a medicine. That is just, there are rules you must follow. There are rules also in our spheres, but it's as we have those rules, there's a level of individual expression, individual thoughts and ideas. There's no, it's not as rigid as the sciences. So that is a creative business. So it's mostly dominated by introverts. Mostly dominated by introverts. Of course, we have a lot of extroverts, but mostly dominated by introverts. So now I'm moving to element of a conscious brand. Element of a conscious brand, and this will help us in how we all structure our businesses in order to have in order to have a strong brand. So a memorable name. A memorable name. So what I mean by a memorable name is that a name people can recall, a name people can connect with, a name easy to pronounce, a name that is not work for people to have in their subconscious. So let me use myself as an individual. Let me use myself as an example. So my name is Bolu Opaniran. So I realized that, and let me talk about what a memorable name is also. A memorable name is a name that can fit into a global scene. So what I mean by that is that a name that people from different parts of the world can easily pronounce. So my name is Bolu Opaniran, and I realized that Bolu Opaniran is just too long. Bolu Opaniran, that's 5 syllables. Bolu Opaniran, that is work for a brand. So let's see Facebook, Instagram. Facebook is 2 syllables. Instagram is 3 syllables. Okay, what brand again? We can say Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is 4 syllables, but it has a short form, Coke. Just give me Coke. So I'm trying to ensure we have it, we drive home the points when I'm talking about a memorable name. Okay, what brand? Okay, Always. Pepsi, 2 syllables. What else? I think in our minds, we can connect with what I'm trying to talk about. So my name is Bolu Opaniran. Will a Chinese pronounce Bolu Opaniran? So I just called myself Bolu. It is me and my parents that have the problem with knowing what the meaning is. But when it comes to brand, people don't really care about the meaning from the first day. Later, people can be asking you about the meaning, and that is if you make sense with with the name. So, but you can't want to start a business, then you just find one cultural name from your village. Then just because you connect a religious name, just because you connect with that name to establish a brand. So a brand is a name that can easily be recorded, easily be identified with by a diverse audience. That is, people can connect with that name irrespective of where they are coming from, irrespective of their I mean, irrespective of whatever their knowledge of you of themselves, of the word is, they can connect with the name. So a moment, please. Let me move ahead with my notes. So, and the next stage is expression colors. So when you are when you see an element of a conscious brand, you see expression at which I mean colors that they express their brand with. So when you see a UBA uses red and white. When you see a GTB, a GTB uses orange. And these colors are not just colors; they pass across a meaning. Just like GTB is youthful. GTB with their communication, they are creative with their communication, and they are trying to poach the youth audience. So, and everything, even from their colors, orange signifies youthfulness. It signifies creativity. And even if you see some of the things GTB does, they do the food festival to connect with the right, I mean, fashion, food, and all of that, to connect with what is consistent with the kind of audience they are trying to connect with. So expression colors. I'm done with that. Adopted phrases like taglines. We see in a Nike saying "just do it." When you hear that phrase, you know that it is talking about Nike, and so on and so forth. We see the logo conscious brand, they are consistent with it, and the logo simple and straightforward. It passes its meaning, and we move on to the next. So consistent, unequivocal, consistent, unequivocal promise. And what I mean by that is a brand is a promise. So when I'm talking about a promise, that is, as a brand, you have a solution you are set out to serve, and you are meeting that need. That is, you are meeting a particular need within a community, within a particular set of people you are trying to service. So a brand is a promise made and a promise kept. That is, a brand is that you telling yourself that I'm setting out to help young individuals to achieve this, that, and that. And when people see you, they are seeing you as keeping to that promise. So I'll stop there. So elements of a strong brand achieves its desired sales and goes above it. So when you see Coca-Cola, they spend a lot on advertising, they do a lot. And when you see their targets most times is met and exceeded. So a strong brand, people want and like to be associated with a strong brand because the name is there. And that is why we see a lot of strong brand, they do franchise. That is, in another community, someone is just saying, let me do business with this your name, because you have the name already. Let me just do business with your name. And there's a I think they call it premium. There's a level, there's an amount paid to you for using your name. However, you are going to be consistent with what we stand for, blah, 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 blah. So that is what's a strong brand. That is how you can take note of a strong brand. A strong brand has a strong perception. A strong brand has, an effective product which solves a problem. I've talked about that. Let me move through. It's consistent. It has a consistent communication pattern. A brand with a structure. A brand with a working idea and philosophy. Because customers don't just buy products and engage your service. They key into what you stand for. So a memorable name. I've talked about that. So, and I think I did well with that. So I was saying the other time that I was going to talk about the customer avatar. So the customer avatar, otherwise, is known as a buying persona. So it is a little fiction that helps us to understand who an ideal customer is. And as creative businesses, we will need this. We need to have an understanding of how to come up with a prototype of our market, of the people we are trying to solve a problem for. So it is needed to define a target audience. It is an idea of an ideal customer, taking into perspective the socio-economic strata and psychology of that defined audience. So a lot of English, a lot of Oyinbo. So to drive, in bits what I mean. So socio-economic status is a social stratification of a particular group of people. That is their way of life, the food they eat, the places they live. The kind of brands they associate with. I'm trying to explain what socioeconomy is. That you've been able to identify the places they go, the like driving, the understanding of their income, the kind of people they associate with. You get, so that helps us to understand education, income, and occupation, the kind of work they do, the level at which they've gone in terms of education, their income level. So whereas psychology is the thinking pattern of those people, however, socioeconomic status automatically over time gives a way of thinking. When you start earning in some figures, it changes your style of thinking. It changes your psychology to an extent. So they are interwoven, both the socioeconomic status and the psychology of people. They are interwoven. They have a place. They have a way they influence each other. So, like I said, an avatar is a prototype created to erect a bridge between the product or service and the target audience. So, and you don't just come up with an avatar just from your head. There is a level of research that goes into it. There's a level of due diligence that if you study the market, you do an extended research on what the type of market you are trying to go for, what they stand for, and that influences how you communicate. That influences how you position your brand. That influences how you communicate, how you do a lot of things as a brand. So a business that will maximize its marketing efforts and communication must define its markets, and that is what a customer avatar helps you to do. That is, you are able to say, this is my audience. This is a representative of my audience. They earn in this amount. They live in this place. They communicate in this way. This is their level of education. It is just a fiction. It's just a fiction, but it helps a long way so that you can connect with the right kind of audience. So how do you come up with a customer avatar? You come up with a customer avatar by identifying their goals and values first, number one, and I think I have like 5. So let's take a Gen Z as a case study. Their goals and values. A Gen Z is just starting out in life. They were born with internet receiving them. They were born in the age of internet, so, and social media. So they want to have fun and be taken care of. So I'm using the street lingo now. So they want to have fun and be taken care of. No stress. That is Gen Z for you. They are not serious as of the older generation. They just want to cruise. They just want to have fun, except for a few. So that is their goals and values. And okay, let me just move on. So number 2 is find their sources of information, because all of these things, they help you in order to know how best you can reach them. So understand where they get their information from. And like I said, they were born into the age of internet. So internet, social media, trends, movies, that is where a Gen Z gets his information from. So these people don't watch TV. TV is getting outdated. It has even gotten outdated because I can't remember the last time I watched TV. However, even when I get to watch TV, it is on a smart television, not cable TV, not the NC, DCOS, I mean, Lagos TV, that as we know it. Maybe I'm just trying to watch YouTube content, and I'm on, and I'm working on my system or on my tab, and I want dual attention to be given. So that is what I even make use of. I use TV for. But to get to a point by, I mean, TV we just fade away. It will be a kind of there's a word for it. Maybe we'll be visiting museum to see TV as time goes by. So another thing is get their demography, and demography is income level, the place, I mean the geographical location they are, and a lot of things. So their demography, age, and I mean a lot of things. They are born in the year 1997 to 2012. They are finished college in 2020. They will soon become the largest cohort of consumers because of their population. So the Gen Z, they are, I mean, they will make up the largest part. I mean, I think the millennial right now, time the Gen Z will take over the largest chunk of global population. So, and they will influence the market. Can you hear me? I think I'm getting a notification from my internet. Hello, am I still connected?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Hello, am I still connected? I would like to know if I'm still connected. Oh, my son is...
We can hear you.
Okay, am I still connected? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, another, find their pain points. Find their pain points. Pain is what bothers them. What they struggle with. You get. So find their pain points. And for a Gen Z, they have technology addiction, police brutality, especially because the experience of the answers, I mean, maybe 2020 again.
Okay, while he's sorting his internet connection, if you have any questions, like I stated at the beginning of this session, kindly write them down, and he will attend to them at the end of the session. You can write them down in your notes. You'll be given the chance to ask the questions, or you can write it down in the chat box, and he will attend to them.
Please, how many minutes do I have left?
You can go on. You still have time.
Okay. So I think I still have a few things to just touch. A moment's space. Okay. Like I was saying, find their pain points. Technology addiction, police brutality, drugs, sex and alcohol addiction. So those are the things they are battling with. Those are the things they are battling with. So sorry, let me just get this done. Okay, I'm good. So, and the next thing you should get to know is that, are they the ones making the purchase decision? So let me tell you that the fact that an individual is an user means give another receive pamper. How do you if the box for the mothers are ones paying? So you between if the people are if they are ones making report. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I think I have a bit of
Yeah,
glitch with my
network.
internet and I just got up to solve that. Okay, so yes. So we must understand if the people we are out to serve this decision, and that helps us to even know who our communication is targeted at. So yeah, yes. So I move to the customer journey, and all the things I'm saying, they are both connected to service and product oriented brands. So a customer journey, like I have on a process of taking a customer from being a prospect to the point of loyalty. So a prospect is an ideal customer, but he has not bought from you at all. So it is a process of taking them through a journey of this person is likely to buy from me. I've studied him. Is my market. To a point of having a trial of your products, having a repeated purchase, and getting to a point whereby where when you make mistake is in himself or ourselves rather are identified as an so like I was saying, the customer journey, the person has connected with the brand so well that he or she is now an ambassador. So the stage, I think moment, please. Please, can somehow you what the mute is? Hello, Mr. Simon, please mute your mic. It's a bit disturbing. Yeah. So there are stages where a customer goes through to the point of loyalty, and the first stage is the trial stage. The trial stage. So at this stage, a customer is interfacing with a product or services, not as a buyer. Maybe the customer is visiting a friend and he or she sees your product and just maybe have a trial version of what it looks like. Let me take a toothpaste brand as an example. Maybe I'm visiting a friend and I'm sleeping over, and I woke up the next day just to brush my teeth. And I just asked my friend, please, I need a paste. I need to brush. And he or she brings out a brand of toothpaste that I've never seen before, or probably I've seen the product before, but I'm not taking an intentional act towards purchasing it. So he or she gives me the product, and when I use the product, it was so fantastic that I felt like, let me make a purchase. I think this is not bad. And the next stage is making the purchase. So when I now make the purchase, which is the second stage of the customer journey, then I have an experience of it for an extended period of time. You know, there's a difference when you use something once and it feels so good. Then there's an maybe over time, I just see my teeth getting so white beyond maybe making my mouth smell so good. Then I see that there is value in an extended purchase, and it goes to a point of making a repeat purchase. So it gets to a point of, I think the one it's purchase. So I've talked about usage. Usage was the one I just talked about. That is, after purchase, I use, then I go to repeat purchase. That is, I bought it and I bought it all over and over and over and over again. So it gets to a point that I become a part of the brand, which is the loyalty stage. That is, I've bought the brand for years. I've used it for years. People have seen me with the brand. People have abused me, and I still stood with the brand. The brand has messed up, and I'm still with the brand. You get it, that at the loyalty stage, I'm speaking for the brand as if they are paying me. I'm like an ambassador for the brand because I've been so used to the brand that when they see me, I'm the brand. Again, so that is what the loyalty stage is, and that's the customer journey. Then I'm wrapping up my conversation right now. So I'm going to talk about 10 ways a creative business visionary can have a strong brand. And like I said, you are the business for the first 2 years. I know there are a lot of people that will say you are different from your brand, you are different from the brand, separate yourself from the brand. Yes, you will separate yourself from the brand, but for the first 2 years as a creative business, because you are the one people are seeing, because before people see a solution, they are seeing people. Before people get to know a brand, they are seeing a person. So you can't detach yourself from the brand for the first 2 years. Again, my creative business is with the 2 years by November, and of course I've been running before I started. I institutionalized the business, but for those 2 years I took an intentional act. I realized that every of my decision counts. My community counts. My relationship counts. My financial status counted. A lot of things about you we count for the first 2 years till you are able to maintain a level of structure and independence. So number one is, like I said, these are practical lessons, not from any source. So number one is that you must learn to move through the rank. There's no overnight success. I hope I'm able to pronounce success right one day. I'll find it. So there is no overnight success. So you must be able to move through a level to another level to another level to another level. So if your expertise is at a level that you must charge maybe 10,000 naira for it, don't say because this person is charging 50,000 naira, you want to force yourself into charging 50,000 naira. And I'm going to be giving you a practical example. We know we try to know where you're at a position to move higher. Try to know how to move through the rank. There are people in my businesses that that for a service I'm charging maybe 400K for, 500K for, 1 million for. They are charging that same service for maybe 10 million, 20 million. Why am I saying this? Most times we are not truthful to ourselves, and that affects us. we want to run beyond our present position. There were times as an individual, I was doing graphics for 3K because I know myself, this is the stage I am at right now. When I upskill, I move ahead. I can't charge 3K again. There were times 5,000. When I upskill, I know that 10,000. When I upskill, and it is reflective in my work, not just knowledge-based right now. And people are talking about it. You get, when I know, Bolu, you are now this good, then I upgrade my market, I upgrade my service. So try to move through the rank. Don't just say because even if you are very good, you still need to understand the customer base you have. Do you have enough customer base and the quality of customer that can pay you? So we need to be truthful to ourselves sometimes. So as a creative, when I know that I have a lot of premium jobs on ground, I know that I'm not here for the chunk. I mean for the small jobs you get, then it helps me to expand. It helps me to move wider and go for for bigger jobs. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain there. Another thing is prioritize communities and relationships, and this is personal, really. So you see, when I started my company, a lot of my clients came from church. People who we chat on my pastor, who is doing your designs, who is doing your brand management, blah, 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 blah. And before I know it, I'm talking to someone in the US, I'm talking to someone in the UK, I'm talking to someone, and before I know it, we are talking about money. So the circle, the circles you belong to, your friends, your church, different communities, you would have to prioritize these communities. They might not be serving you in the immediate, but you need people to expand your reach, to expand your business. And it is part of branding as well. Because when people don't know you, then your solution cannot be known. When people can't talk about you to people who need your service, then it's as good as you don't exist. I think my light is out. So then the next one is be a die-hard learner. That is, you are very big on learning. That is, you are not satisfied with your present state. You are ready to move to a new level per time at all times. You are not giving up on the possibility of growth. So, and be a teacher of your art. So with this, I'm not trying to say you should be all out teaching people, but mentor someone, give a helping hand to someone trying to be like you. You see, sometimes we want to be a Tony Elumelu, a Dangote before we reach out to other people to help them. The little you know, people wish they know. So learn, teach other people. By so doing, you will get to even know more. And the funny aspect of things is that when I teach people things, when they are trying to execute those things, they discover new things that I now learn from. And it has been very repetitive. They might not be good as me, but in the process of teaching, in the process of mentoring, in the process of making people better, I discover some of the things they do that I learn from. So next one is, there's a lot of things to say, but let me just move on. Build capacity for great leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. The ability to move to any extent is in your capacity to maintain diverse people with diverse experiences, with diverse backgrounds, towards achieving a goal. Different skill set, different people, different, and different realities of people, funny, you get, refining them for a goal, refining them for a vision. That is leadership. So you need to build capacity for great leadership. Be a risk taker, a risk taker, be a risk taker. So what I mean by risk taker is there are days you will have doubts. There are days you know that you don't have a clear cut of what the outcome is, but you are moving irrespective. There are days you have emotional downtime. There are days you want to pay salaries and you are trying to figure things out. There are days a client is giving you a big issue. There are days whereby your biggest client is threatening you that he or she wants to exit the partnership, and you just continue the process, you continue moving. That is what it means by being a risk taker. That is, you are just moving irrespective. So never position yourself as an upcoming. There are times, like I said, that you should know where you are part time, but never communicate that to your client. Never communicate. You are a professional. You are a professional. That is it. It is you that know where you are part time, and nobody can get to that. Everybody is at the stage of learning. There are things I don't know. There are a lot of things I don't know, but I will never tell my prospect that I'm just coming up. I'm just trying. I'm just here to make ends meet. I'm a professional. I'm a brand management consultant, and that is who I am. So give me when I have the job, anything I don't know, it is my own problem. It's my own thing to sort out. So never let it show in your words. Never let it show in your attitude. Have a strong personal posture towards how you carry yourself. So that is that. And the next one is master the art of public speaking. Master the art of public speaking. Your ability to speak goes a long way to help you sell yourself. Master the art of public speaking. Most times we think I'm just here to do my job, but you are going to pitch to people. You are going to tell people why you feel you can do the work. I mean, there are places you have to show up that your ability to speak will make you different. We make people to respect your value. We make people believe that you even know what you are doing. So, and another thing is consistency. You are not switching rules per time. You are who you are. What you communicate is what you are delivering. That is, and it helps you to ensure since it helps people to know that you are sincere, you are committed, you are competent, they can trust you, and a lot of things. So this is where I will stop, and I look forward to receiving your questions and having conversations from right here. So thank you so much for having me. So
okay, thank you so much, Bolu. Questions, guys. If you have any questions, kindly raise up your hand so that you can give permission to unmute. Questions? Okay, Samuel, go ahead.
My question is, we are taught that branding has to do with identity and the likes, separation and identity and the likes. Now, can this identity change from time to time, or as a result of the feedbacks or reactions are getting from your audience? Can you always adjust to identity, like a rebrand? And how consistent can this rebrand be? Like, in what gap should be between your rebrand, the moment you brand and rebrand?
Okay, thank you so very much. Thank you for that question. I really like that question. So in the process of rebranding, there are a lot of things that might warrant rebranding. Sometimes when ownership changes, some people will feel like, I don't connect with the meaning this person have of this business. And now that I have the ownership, I need to twist. Maybe I need to change the name. I need to change the approach. I need to work on a lot of things. That is one. And someone that owns an enterprise can decide that I want to rebrand, and maybe there is bigger problem to solve. There's a bigger reach to achieve a lot of things. So, but when you are rebranding, there's the cost to it. And I'll be using the Zen Airtel, Visa phone experience. So you see, Airtel is one of the networks we have right now, but they suffered it. Then they've been consistent for a while now with Airtel, but they were changing a lot of things about them, and it counted. It's costed them a lot. I think I was reading about the Airtel brand and how their change of name, a lot of things contributed to their stunted growth in a sense. They are making better move right now. But branding is not something we do intermittently. There's something we need to be consistent with. You can't say you are this today and you are moving to another thing. Of course, it can happen once, at times, but it shouldn't be something you will be changing like a clothes. People have to know you with who you are. They have to, when they see something, they must be able to identify that this is you. You get, I hope I'm able to answer that question. Are you satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Do we have any other questions? If you have a question, please raise up your hand so that you can give me permission to answer. To ask your question. Any question, guys? Okay, I think we do not have any questions from anyone. Okay, so last opportunity. Anyone that has any questions, to please raise up their hand so that they can give me permission to ask. If there are no questions, thank you so much, Bolu. Please, guys, the feedback form will be shared on the group so that you can give your feedback from the session today. Thank you so much, Bolu Opaniran, for your session today. It was really impactful, and I picked a couple of things that you said on branding and how we should strategically place ourselves to even compete with different brand, how we can copy. I think that has been a recurring point, that we can copy other brands but make ourselves unique. And in that way, we stand out from the crowd. Okay, thank you so much, Bolu. Like I said earlier, the feedback form will be dropped on the WhatsApp platform so that we can give our feedback from today's session. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.